Srihari, welcome to the Leanpub launch video for Craft Your Code, Mastering the Foundations of Code Quality in the Era of AI Assistance, second edition. I actually hit record this time, so we can go ahead with the Leanpub launch video. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, about who you are and where you are, and what your book is about and who it's for.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Thanks for the opportunity. Hello, everyone who's watching this video. I'm Srihari. I'm a software professional by profession, and I've been in the industry for about 2 decades now. Still learning a lot of things and figuring it out as everyone is. And if you look at this book is about the fundamentals of code quality and how to craft your code. I mean, how as a developer you can craft your code even in the era of AI, because most of the code is actually written by AI assistants today. I mean, people are using AI tools like Claude, Cursor, GitHub Copilot, and stuff like that. And as this code gets generated, the more volume of code is getting generated today compared to what was in the past, right? It's not like uh, code quality is going to take a back seat. You need to comprehend the code that was generated by AI. Let's say you generated the code using an AI assistant with the specification spec to code. Very well, you can regenerate the code. But if you want to do a minor fix or a minor change, right, you still need to understand the code and make the change. So that is where code quality takes the first seat, and it's prominent. The second most important thing is, even though coding assistants generate the code, if you want to understand what it is doing or ensure correctness, or you want to look at the code, you need to give the necessary instructions to the coding assistant in terms of what you want to do. So you can readily pick up some part of this book, translate those into instructions for your AI assistants, and then get your spec to code done. Right? That's this book all about. And even as developers, you want to understand the fundamental first principles about what is code quality. Where can I start? Let us say I'm having a code base with poor quality. How can I modernize? How can I refactor it? How can I clean it up? You will find all the necessary inputs and principles in this book. So the book starts with the fundamentals. It starts with the quick wins in terms of how to name, how to make your code aesthetically better, how to introduce explanatory variables, or how to get rid of unwanted variables, how to include comments, how not to include comments, right? And then the second part of the book actually dives into more around how to simplify expressions and make it more understanding in terms of your uh, what the code is trying to do, right? And it also gives a quick intro into functional or object programming, where the second part ends. And the third part is about refactoring, like how can you refactor your code? What is test? I mean, like how do you even break down a large piece of code into manageable chunks? How to write as little as code as possible, because code is a liability; it's not an asset, right? So that perspective is about that chapter, and then it also dives into uh, solid principles and the principles of package coupling and package cohesion. Because these things, of course, Robert C. Martin is the pioneer, but I've shared my perspective. Let's say I'll take a small example to explain this. Let's say I want a developer to actually, I want to explain to developer like what is an interface. A simple thing, right? But many of us struggle to explain what is an interface. Yeah. This actually takes some perspectives from electrical engineering to explain what is an interface. A plug point is an interface. In India, all I need is 240 volts and 5 amps to consume the current for a electrical appliance. But I don't care about how it is getting generated, whether it's thermal power or hydroelectric or nuclear or whatever. That's the implementation detail. Same way, if you ask somebody to explain what is dependency inversion, it's a very complex concept. But again, electrical engineering is I feel that's the inspiration. If you look at an electrical appliance, the plug is your dependency inversion. You don't have, let's say, take your home, you don't have so many plug points as the number of appliances or electrical devices that you have, right? You have a few plug points, you plug and play. That's all about dependency inversion. You invert the dependencies. So these kind of nitty-gritty examples are all around the book.
Yeah.
Which help you understand the concepts and not just understand but retain them, right? That is more about it. And the last part of the book contains some important concepts around test-driven development, and it even touches upon people, process, and tools in terms of how things are important, right? Again, I've taken inspiration and references from various books, and that is how a book is born, right? Book is born based on the incremental knowledge and personal experience of somebody as an author to convey something to society and something to leave behind for the mankind. So that is how this book is all about. And the bonus chapter is about crafting a career, where I've shared my career experiences for career growth, about mentorship, about leadership and stuff like that. And the most important thing which I would probably call about this book is the appendix, where you actually have the software architect's bookshelf. Okay, you have started with craft your code. As a programmer, you know this. But as an architect, what are all the books that I can read? So what I've done is I've crafted a curated set of 200 plus books from various publications, which will actually act as a very good handy reference of a go-to catalog. So developers, readers can take this references or these books, and they can read more and become a software architect by profession. So that's my belief, and that is book all about.
Yeah, thanks very much for that really great explanation. It's a really amazing book. One of the things I just wanted to point out, there's a great part where you talk about the importance of aesthetics, and you sort of like that might sound like, oh, who cares what things look like? That's not a very serious thing. And it's like you immediately make the point that like the brain is designed to recognize patterns, and you use the example of you haven't seen an old friend for 10 years. You see them again, you immediately recognize them, even though they've changed. Maybe they've gained a few pounds and lost a little bit of hair or something like that. But you immediately recognize them, and the idea of having good, well-crafted, patterns with the way you write code is incredibly important for actually having like good working code over time. And that's just one nitty-gritty example of how in the age of using AI tools for coding, understanding the fundamentals, understanding the categories and principles of what you're doing, understanding how it works under the hood is even more important. And one thing that I think often gets lost in these discussions, particularly in this sort of like ordinary media and stuff like that, is that like it's still a competitive space, programming. And the better you understand it, the better you'll be. Someone who understands all the principles that you talk about in your book and goes through it is going to be better at using the AI coding tools than someone who doesn't. And that's the thing that I think people are often sort of missing in the thrill and excitement of, the CEO can now go and do some coding, which is great. But it's the fundamentals that are going to really matter going forward if you want to be competing as a company or as a coder. Well, Srihari, the book is Craft Your Code: Mastering the Foundations of Code Quality in the Era of AI Assistance, second edition. Thank you very much for recording, talking about this book twice with me, because I forgot to hit the record button the first time. But the book is out there on Leanpub. Please check it out, and remember to look for the appendix with all the great books in the end. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Lip.